Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about a message I received. And it's one that I have waited for an appropriate time to respond to. Because one thing that I know is that a lot of times when people send messages, they are, they are not happy, you know. Um, they are having a reaction to something, and a lot of times that message, they're not really angry at me. They're not really, they may not be processing all of their emotions the way that they want to, or processing them at all. They're just kind of lashing out. And I'm aware of that. So I don't take offense to the messages. So here's one that I got a while ago. Bo, I let this I let this go for a long time, but the Lion King lyrics were the final straw. The way you sneak in lines from Broadway is the gayest thing I've ever seen. Care to explain how you know them all? You seem to be a man's man, but then there's all of this gay stuff. He does not use the term gay stuff here. He uses something that isn't nice. Because the only thing I can guess is that you secretly, and then there's a list of activities here, some of which I had to Google, which leads me to believe that me using lines from musicals is definitely not the gayest thing you've ever seen. It has got to be exhausting being a young man today. You know, there was a time when the list of things that made you gay was really short. I mean, it was really just one item, really, being attracted to men. But now there's a lot of pressure. Care to explain how you know them all? Sure, no problem. This was a while ago, when I was younger. I would go on dates with women because that's in question right now. And going to see shows like that, it was something memorable. So you weren't like every other guy out there. And that was most of it. But sometimes it would just be me and the guys would go. Because eventually I did really start to enjoy it, still do today. The thing is, when it's just me and the guys that would go, almost invariably, afterward we would end up at a party, most times with the cast. And yes, I mean, stereotypes, sometimes there's an element of truth to them. Most times that party was at a gay guy's house, where most of the people there were gay. But then there were, just a handful of straight guys with the cast, generally speaking, incredibly attractive women who know how to dance and put a lot of effort into that. If you believe spending time with them is gay, well, I mean, tell me you've never hung out with a woman that does ballet without telling me. And that's how I know them. That is how I know them. I answered your question. I have one of my own. And it's really because you associate Lion King the way you do. Not with a children's cartoon, but with Broadway. And because you use the term Broadway. How do you know the lyrics? How do you identify them when I sneak them in? There are a limited number of answers to this question. One would be that there's a woman in your life that enjoys them. And if you spent less time, crafting your image to be attractive or more appealing to men, you might be able to bond with her over that if you became a little bit more well-rounded. That would be one option. The other option would be that you secretly enjoy them. And given the visceral reaction that's here, I want to say two things. One is that you can be straight and like Broadway. There are worse things you could do. The other is that you can be a manly man, like you seem to identify with as here, and really like Broadway. That's okay too. I hope you find the one that you want. Happy Pride. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.